Okay, so the budget, it's moved to the autumn. What does it mean for convenience stores? Biggest announcements about business rates. Really important, moving to CPI rather than RPI. What that means for you as retailers is business rate increase in April of 3% rather than 4%. So that's good news. It doesn't get away from the fact there are some really big problems with the business rate system as a whole. Also moving to more frequent revaluations, that's another thing we've been arguing for. So two quite important results there, things that we were campaigning for. The job is by no means done on business rates. The other thing that makes a big difference to your bottom line from April will be the new rates for the national living wage and national minimum wage. Up to the headline rate, £7.83 for national living wage. That's up from £7.50. The key point here, the government is absolutely consistently on its course to 60% of median earnings being the national living wage in 2020. That's the direction we're going in. We can expect it to carry on in the same way. Issues here, particularly for petrol forecourt sites, like the one I'm standing on here. There's a lot of speculation that there would be increases in diesel duty and decreases in petrol duty. Not the case. That leak didn't turn out to be true. So both of those kept as they are. Importantly though, thinking about electric vehicle charging points, big issue for us we're working on at the moment. The government have announced £400 million funding to support electric vehicle charging. So maybe some of that can get to retailers, maybe some of that can get to helping to that rollout of the system. Finally, just want to pick up on a couple of things. Duty, always a massive issue. A lot of speculation about alcohol duty increases. They're not happening. No duty increases except on strong lager and strong cider. There'll be a consultation on that next month. Tobacco, sadly, another increase in tobacco duty is in line with the escalator. This is just a great result again for the bootleggers and a bad result for legitimate retailers. And finally, talking about a tax on plastic packaging. Need to find out much more about this. Is that as well as a deposit return scheme, instead of a deposit return scheme, will they sit side by side in some way? It's good this debate's happening. It's right there should be a debate about plastic and the environment and packaging. We've got to make sure that debate is really evidence-based and really thinks through the implications for the environment as a whole, for local authorities and for shops like this one.